Dís maríomh go léir agus fáilte roimh go Pháirc an Chrócaigh de Gradaim an Uachtaráin. Nis is de sé seach an antas a Hairt agus buchas a gháil lo siúd atá freigrachas an obair a héan a raig fud fad na tíre le clubanna a bhuanú, imróí a chothú agus an pobl a riasa. Ganiad, ní bhechan cuman núclas Gael feimú mar atá I baróistí agus in Malta na tíre seo agus níos fuide I géin. Tlas míid scéalta na nína seo bail, ach le tasacha chuir leis an níthe, chuirgí fáilte rih Uachtaráin a cuman núclas Gael Gerald Burns agus Elaine Purcell haar cheann AIB.
Díobh gach duine riine uaisle a chairde is cúismhór ahas dom fáilte a Crócaigh a lig go Pháirc an Croke nach chunne bronú Ghradaim an Uachtaráin fhéiceáil. Nuair a smaoiníonn daoine chuman núclas Gael, smaoiníonn siad den chuid mó na léachra pelle agus amáníochta a dhéanann gascí an Pháirc imirthe. Ní thorfaí an deis sin don na léachra sin áfach gan na daoine iontacha a bhíonn ag féimú go dteonaach sa chúlra ar waithú leis an cuman. Cúismhór ahas dom aitheantas agus ómós a thabhairt de chuid den na daoine iontacha sin an acht. Den na daoine seo tar éis na blianta a chaithú ag corthain cinn na gluthaí Gaeilge agus gríomhaíochtaí eile de chuid an cuman ar son a bobbal, ar son a globanna agus ar son an cuman sríchéile. Ambassadórí iad na daoine seo a lig donna mílte duine a thugann agad ama go fial fleithúil ar waithe leis an cuman. Ba bhailim cógáirdeas ó chrí a dheanú le chathan duine a mé Gradam am runú orthú an acht. So it's my great pleasure and privilege to welcome everyone here tonight to Croke Park for Gradam and Uachtaráin fhéiceáil. Croke Park is a place we associate with our great games and the incredible feats of skill, stamina and bravery that we enjoy season after season from our fantastic players. But while the GAA is about games, we like to think that it's also really about people. They say it takes a village to raise a child. Well, in the GAA, it takes a community to raise a player. And every single player in our association is the product of hundreds and thousands of hours of volunteer effort. Much of it in the coaching field, but plenty more off the field through the tireless work needed to build a club, maintain a club, and pass it on to the next generation. So tonight, across 10 awards, we honour a group of outstanding men and women who do that and more. Each of them in their own way stand as ambassadors for the tens and thousands of people like them who have ensured that Gaelic games through the GAA have an unbroken run of influence and importance and inspiration in Irish life for almost 142 years. This night, and these awards were the brainchild of one of my predecessors, Uachtaráin Sean O'Kelly, more than 20 years ago. And I am honoured to have him and his wife Juliet here tonight to pay tribute to him for his stewardship of our association and for having the foresight and inspiration to initiate a scheme which shines a light on the people who work far from the spotlight but who richly deserve this acknowledgement. Gura maith agat a cheann. Honouring the people who make the GAA what it is allows us to champion people who have ensured that our association is going from strength to strength. A recent report by experts into the social value of the association estimates the replacement cost of volunteering in Gaelic games to be worth at least €1 billion. No one in this room would be surprised by that. What is certain, and what I hope is appreciated far and wide, is just how poorer a nation Ireland would be without the GAA and without the work done by our volunteers. The faces of that phenomenal work are in this room and celebrated tonight. I want to salute our partners in AIB, represented by Elaine Purcell, for their support, not just of this initiative, but of the wider GAA and the assistance they provide to so many of our clubs and communities. I also wish to thank Deirdre ní Costin, Seinnteoir TG4, for their long-standing exceptional support of our games. Is cuma fan aimseir, is cuma fan lá, dónach as dálach be TG4 an ag Craoladh bob beaithach. I want to thank also our Arch Juror Tomás O'Rian for his wonderful leadership of the dedicated staff who are committed to the membership of the GAA and who have become family and friends, such as Rammer GAA and Cavan's Siobhan Brady, who is the engine behind the success of this evening. And I also thank Keane Murphy for another reason. Janam Cogarges Arish Ella leis na búteoirí. Har cion cumanú clascéal bhailam a bhíle buíthas a ggóa liv go léir. Buinnig í sult as an ihe.
Gur magad Uachtaráin, agus anis go dtín géad cheann de éon Ghradaim déag a bhronfar an seochanacht. Ceann na tréthe táchtacha a bhaineann le clán an chumanú clascéal is a il chumasacht. And versatility has been very much the name of the game for our first recipient this evening. Ó bheith mar riarahorsa club go freastal ar chustí technoliacht de faisnéise sa chaunta agus go náisiúnta, tá sé ar fad clúdathe ag an géad bhúteoireann sa hanacht ón ggurtín ag gunda heroin Gerard Bradley.
In a small club, you simply are never not involved. I'm involved in IT at county level and I'm a member of the county committee. My two sons play for the club. My wife in the background does all the things that are essential to keep any club ticking without anybody ever seeing them. Peter and Cormac, no. There's Peter.
Yeah. And there's the neighbouring boys, all the cousins.
Became the secretary in 1982. I was also made assistant secretary of the county youth board, and I say made because I wasn't even at the meeting. I went to school the next morning and someone told me, a colleague of mine said, I said you would do it. So that's how I started my county connection. I then elected on as an Ulster Council delegate in 2010. I'm on management of the Ulster Council. While Gorchin's a small club, it actually has quite a representation. Tyrone broke through in 1947 in a minor team, and there are two Gorchin players are on that team. So this is the team that reached the senior county final in 1985. It's the only time in the club's history to reach the county final. And for a small club, that is a big, big achievement. There's a lot of different achievements. It's seeing the look on my two sons' faces, my wife's face, and all those people in the club last year when they achieved promotion to Division 1 and not be forgot. So those things are all landmarks. There's a level of community. If there wasn't the GAA in this area, there literally would be nothing else. Ordinary people who became leaders in their community, and you're giving back what you got out of it. If you have wakes or something, the GAA club, you'll see them at their strongest at that point. They literally will organise and take a great burden off families. Why am I still involved? Well, if they're prepared to do that, it's the least I can do. It really was a bolt out of the blue to me. There are so many volunteers who give so much time and greater amounts of time than I even am involved in. And you just wonder, well, on behalf of all them, I'll accept it.
Gradam chuig alle búte nacht ag Gerard Bradley. Ó yes an Isling, agus hosig an chéad búteoir eile amach mar imreoir le na chuman cloch dubh, agus fear ahanana don dréibh se fada a chaise imon na fadóige. A refereeing career that lasted a quarter century on the field of play and more besides as referee's assessor. Go Chrócaigh le cluisiant ó Michael Keane.
I come up here practically every day. There's always someone here, you meet someone and you're chatting on, pass the time. Sheep are here for the pitch. It's great for the grass. That pitch hasn't been fertilised with 11 years, and the grass is as good in that pitch as the pitches are being fertilised there. My father died when I was 3, so I brought a collection of him. There was a next door neighbour of mine. He was a captain and he was a hurling maker as well. He was died in the war GAA man. He used to take me to matches in a horse and trap. I played when I was about 34, I suppose, yeah. That time there was only underage, under 14 was the lowest level, like, so. I think we won the under 14 51, so that was the start of my winning anyway. So it was a bit slack after that then, like, but I played with the junior team, played a bit of the intermediate team, but they were intermediate for a while. The referee took over then, like. So that was another enjoyable time and a great time. I did 25 years refereeing. I retired in 1990. I was appointed to the referees committee then, assessing referees, you know, and advising them, like, and something. That was great. I enjoyed that immensely. Like, I'm still involved actually in a bit that way. I do a few matches. Like, I love meeting the new lads. You know, try to put them on the straight and narrow, like, around there. Well, I got a award right from Cork last year, right, yeah, for service to refereeing. So that was nice too, yeah. Unexpected again, like, you know. The GAA, I think, is a great organisation. I mean, wherever you go. I go to match practically, any match around the midweek, I'd go to it, like, you know, I love the game, like, yeah. Without the GAA, I'd be lost.
Tá Gradam chuigamún búta nachtaigh Michael Keane. Nis sa látá Jovan is minic go mbíonn inistíocht cluine ag cumann le máthair nó ahar ag obair sa chúlra fad atá mac nó inín ag immert. Ach it's anamh go neineann an duine céanna an dárod ag an am céanna. While still a player with his club and he only a year out at the minor grade, our next recipient also took on the role as club secretary. And the rest, as they say, is history. Ó chumann nevedán a gundé Roscomáin, Joe Moore.
I'm involved with this club since 1966. Earlier, I played underage. In 1963 or 62, I was finished with my leaving cert, and I came home and I met my former teacher, who was secretary of the club, and asked him, "Are we a minor team?" And he said, "It's up to you, Joe." So I said, "It's the best lesson I ever got. If you need something done, go do it yourself." And since then, I'm involved. I had every role possible in the club. 1963, I became secretary, just 18 at the time. Then I was involved in the South Board. Actually, my great achievement, I think, is not involved with St. Aidan's at all. I went on a solo run once and decided to organise a South Roscommon schools football tournament. These are letters I got back from school teachers and pupils after I started the school football back in 1973 or 4. These lads had no football and no tag, but they did play afterwards. They did play. They got the football and tag. 74-5, the county board decided to get involved, and I stepped aside, and that was I think my great achievement.
That's for volunteerism in Roscommon. I wasn't volunteer of the century.
Just volunteerism.
I support the award for volunteerism.
That was 2021, yeah, back in the middle of COVID, yeah.
The GAA is the heart of the community. It's the heart of everything. Practically everybody is involved in some way. I see a lot of people getting involved. Might never go to a match at all, but they do fundraising and take part in the fundraising, and it's all for the good of the club. In every club in the country, there are people who do what I'm doing, and I wonder why I was picked. But I accept the honour. It's not an incentive to do anything really. What you do it for your own enjoyment and for the good of the club, and that's it. You got to quit that. I always wanted to give what I could to my home parish. That was my main motivation. But I couldn't do all of this without the backup of my family, and I have to give great credit to my wife, Breed. Very patient lady.
Gradam chuig a chonach dúirte nach ag Joe Moore. Gohúntaach fad. Well, is siad Gael an deisgurt an tain chlub amána agus camógíochta I maile ó Luan. Counter a gun na hirirhíle cáil níos fearr de chórsaí pelle. First as a player, later as an administrator covering multiple roles, our next recipient's passion for his club and the games has remained undimmed over the decades. And chéad bhúteoireile ó bhá luain a gun na hirirhí, Kevin Jordan.
I've been involved with Southern Gaels hurling for 44 years. I'm originally from Kilkenny, Athenry. In Galway, I used to play hurling with a well-known club, Clár Daily. It was a fantastic club, and I arrived in Athlone in September 1981 as a teacher in the secondary school in the Maris College, and shortly after that I knew there was a hurling club here, and I got heavily involved. I've had every kind of a role over the last 44 years. I would have been chairman on 13 occasions. I was also secretary, and I was treasurer a number of times. I've been writing the newspaper notes for the club for the last 35 years. When I started playing, we had a pretty good team. We won the intermediate championship, a huge occasion in the club, and a different looking me there with a little bit of extra hair in the back row. On a coaching level, I would have had a thing that's not won very often in the Athlone area is the minor championship, and we won that in 2007. We built this in 2016. We opened it in April 2016 in conjunction with the 100th celebrations as well in the club for the year of the 1916 Rising. Most of the work done through the GAA is voluntary work by the people that are involved in it. I appreciate what was done for me as a child in my own club, and I've always grown up with the element that it's nice to give back to your community. I was most surprised to get this award because, to me, there's thousands and thousands of people in the GAA doing things day in, day out. I would see it as a club award and a community award. This is where the editing comes in.
Faravoy Gradam Takahor na bliana trád á raibh an Seinnteoir TG4 an Uachtaráin Gradam an Uachtaráin búirte ag Kevin Jordan. Nis tá brise Gerard le tógan te going an sa tróna be mi de rais a ríis de Burke an Croke sa a bhd le brunna a dhéanamh na Gradam don gomógíocht don líróid láimhe agus de fel na man mar sin fan gíling. Fáiltearás go Pháirc an Chrócaigh áit na bhfuil mídna a denna ceiliúra ar na héachtaí agus na gaiscí atá buinte amach san atá ag obair chun club agus canté for na oíche agus Seinnteoir a bhúscailt agus a ás. Leadership, drive and commitment, just 3 of the words used to describe our next winner. And chéad Gradaim the Felnaman ó Chuman, Chiilmachad na Croke, Anne-Marie Kilkenny.
Currently, I'm the chairperson of ladies football. Been chair for 2 years and I'm running into my 3rd year. The first thing I did was join the nursery with Pat Sheridan and Yvonne Burke, and then I moved on to pitch coordination, which for a club this size is a very difficult job. And then I became secretary of the club, and I was secretary for about 5 years. Then the chairperson stepped down a couple of years ago, and it was the first time I volunteered in the true sense. I put my hand up and said, yeah, okay, I'll go and be chairperson. I have 3 daughters. My eldest daughter, Callie-Anne, works in Brussels, and she's playing camogie with Brussels GAA.
And they have a camogie over in Brussels?
They've both. They have a big festival, and that's them at the big festival. And then this one is Inessa. She was secretary of Ho Chi Minh Gales. And whatever about the football, all they wanted was to get their greeting on RTE for... You know when they do that on the toy show? Yeah. So they were on the toy shows. That's the 5 of them on the toy shows. From Ho Chi Minh Gales, yeah. 3rd daughter plays here. She played a couple of years ago, and now she's in Barbados. And with the help of a couple of people, they've set up a GAA club. We've lots of different things going on all day in the club. It is very much the heart of the community. Our numbers on the ladies' side have exploded. When I started this job, we had 400 girls in total, and now I have 1,200, and that's down to the effort the club has made. The first time we got to Croke Park, the All-Ireland final 2 years ago, we qualified out on that pitch, and we were walking around the pitch in this trance. After all the work that the girls had done, and after all the work the management team had done, that we'd finally got to that final hurdle. On the day, it didn't work out as we hoped, but, these things happen. The organisation by volunteers all over the country around all ladies' sports, and the development that it's had, and the benefits for women in sport now, I wish I'd had that. People always say, it's not about you, Anne-Marie. It's not about me. Like the previous incumbent who got this in this club was John Sheridan, who started ladies football, and he's beyond legendary. It's a whole community. It's not me. I'm eternally grateful to all the women around me, and most of them are women. No, it was such an honour.
Gradam Pelnaman Burte ag Anne-Marie Kilkenny. Nis craibh na hÉireann a bhóchainte se an bringlóid a bhíon ag aon imreoir óg agus dairg leis an géadmhúirteoir eile é sin a dhéanamh le tibredáran. Agus ó hin tá solas á chathmhaice ar chóirsaí club agus county. Raising the profile of club and county and bringing camogie to new audiences home and abroad, ó Chuman Drim agus anseo, Geraldine Kinane.
We're here in Drummond grounds, County Tipperary, my home club where I would have grown up playing camogie. The late Johnny Harkins was the main man, the driving force in the club here. He coached us all the way up along, himself and his wife Joan would put in huge, countless hours into the club. We had great success underage, and then we went on and won 3 senior county finals, 2 Munsters, and we reached 2 All-Ireland finals. We won the senior county final in 2003, and then that winter I suppose got a phone call to come onto the Tip Senior panel. So I was very lucky to come onto the panel in 2004, and that was just an unbelievable year. It was the Seinnteoir year at camogie, and we went on and we won the Munster final, the league, and the All-Ireland final that year. I think I was probably 15 or 16 when I went to my first club AGM and kind of been going to them ever since, and I've taken on probably every role in the club at some stage or another. I've coached at all levels as well. You know, I was coaching under 6s last year, and I suppose I've coached all the way up along and managed the senior team for a couple of years as well. We're here in the Tipperary County Camogie grounds. This is where we'll have all our home county games. And I suppose as PRO, I spend a lot of time down here. Just going into my 5th year now as PRO of Tipperary County Camogie. There's a lot involved in it, I suppose. You know, match reports and social media updates, and you know, we do streaming games, and it's an enjoyable role. I suppose something that I'm passionate about. And I just feel like camogie, probably we set ourselves short a bit. Since I've become PRO, I've tried to raise the standard of promotion of the game and just put it out there as much as I possibly can, and I think people have responded to that. In fairness to local media, they're covering more and more games, and the radio start covering games, and they were looking for people to do co-commentary or commentary, and I was asked, and something I liked. And the streaming side again, I suppose that started in COVID when people couldn't go to matches. We started hiring out streaming companies to stream the game, and then I suppose I was just kind of a natural fit to do the commentary as well. You know, if we're streaming the game, cameras up here, we're doing commentary here, or we could just be doing our Twitter updates, our social media updates from here, or just keeping track of the match for a match report after. So it's a great place to view the match, and yeah, I suppose just we're spending a lot of my time now at the weekends, I suppose. I've been looking, you know, I won PRO of the Year from the Camogie Association last year, and I suppose got some lovely awards within the county as well, and I suppose this will be the cherry on the top.
Ó Gradaim tá Gradam Camógíochta bhranna nach der Geraldine Kinane. Nis nuair imríoch craobh líróid láimhe an damhain in ollscoil limníon bhliain caite, bhí páirt nach beag ag an gcéadmhúirteoir eile leis an Johnston of sinna agrú. But the part handball is played in our next recipient's life goes back decades to his own playing days. Mar Chrócaigh agus mar riarthóir in the Yesan tá ahantas a hart an jobh den gcéadmhúirteoir eile ón gapach a limnach, Donal Hayes.
My current role at the moment is that I am actually the club secretary here in Kappa. I'm also involved with the Munster Handball Council, where I'm the administrator. I'm also sitting on National CCC for handball, and I also do refereeing in that as well. One of the persons in the club over the year that would have influenced me a lot would be the treasurer, Sean O'Grady. He was always our guiding light and the height of sense for the club. Here is where we won Club of the Year in 2005, accepting it with my brother Tony, who was later become president of the association. My journey began when I was about 13. Played in a lot of championships in the county in that first. But I got hurt in a shoulder a long time ago when I was young, and it started to give me trouble. But I began to concentrate mainly then on the double side. I suppose the lucky thing for me was that my doubles partner is also my best friend, Tim O'Shea. Once we started playing together, we began to enjoy it even more. We won a number of provincial titles together, and we won All Irelands in both codes in the 40x20 and 60x30. Handball is hard to believe that how many countries is actually played in the Worlds. My first involvement in Worlds was in 1988 when I travelled to Australia for the World Championships. Then when I started coaching here at home, so the big thing was the Worlds in Ireland in 2003. I had coached a number of players for that, and it accumulated in Seamus O'Connell when he won the 13 under singles and the doubles title. So he brought the first World's titles to club. I've coached a number of world champions in my time. People say that I've done well with the coaching and that, but I always highlight to everybody is I'm not the individual inside in the court following this ball around the court or trying to win the game. It's the player themselves. And that's what gives me the kick out of it, to see what they get out of it, what they put into it, and the return is huge. I'm volunteering over 40 years at this stage. The one thing is I enjoy it so much. because I have got so much out of handball in my lifetime, between playing, training, travel, coaching. It is nice to give something back. To recognise the sports, especially for the contribution that you've done for your sport, is a big achievement for me, and it's a huge honour.
Ó chan den limní tá Gradam Leroyd Live ag Gradam an Uachtaráin buaite nach ag Donal Hayes. Nis tá brise eile le tógarte going ach filmídar of go lua leis na Gradam deiranacha. Ina measc Gradam cluine chuoineáin Dermot Early. Go leor fós le teachta nacht a go de trí de Gradam an Uachtaráin Fanny Gilling. Fáiltearás. Ó léitheanta a bhunaithe tá nasc tréin idir an Cumann Lúthchleas Gael agus teanga na tíre seo. Agus sa lá tá neamhain idir chóirsaí poibliachta, comórtas pelle na Gaeltachta, fandúireacht Joseph i Conacha, agus tógraí eile nach iad, is treise ná riamh an nasc sin. An chéad bhúteoir eile, tá buinte ge lo go léir. Ó chumann é bhana litir mór in Gaeltacht Chonamara, Pádraic ó Conghaile.
An córatáim sa leis Cumann Lúthchleas Gael sóige bheith áite chuirméile dúsar na bhí méid go meán scoile an choláiste uire an Ghaile. I duine me an choláiste an sin is na blianta dearnacha agus an sin hasan le gimmart leis Cumann seo le bhhaine te mór in 1971 duine me pen minú nóbsan agus bhí me gimmart go dtí timpeall 2000 an bliana 2000 agus trinta bhí me in na coistí síos tríd na blianta agus a plé le Fáirc le Pádraic an agus é an Orbert eile bhí bha dhéanamh. ról tá go bainte an mé an leisciistú in léana ach le couple blian an was bhí me má leaschairlach agus an sin chuiltíar rion betra bhí mé an chairlach. Bhí me lár nach le a bhíon an cumán caiintead áit spórt nó áisinaí spórt chuir fáil gáhí a seachta scoil in spórtlan an seo le kilom agus buon écht ionintach chuige gomán. A bád an líide gachtú trín ar a bhmuid príomh sóisiir an chunbeig an chéadúir, bhí me mar caiptín ar bhairan, agus an sin ríist an líide gachtú seacht ar a bhmuid cumát spell na Gaeltachta an téanmhair a bhmuid an príomh sóisiir was an méile bhuiid. In líide go lífa trín ar a bhíon cumát na siúla a Caráin dí ar Pháirc nach donnacha céfánach bud mar tribunán cumát spell na Gaeltachta bheith hí ar a litir mór. Dúte bhfuil má bhfuil an arachtal ar a Caráin céfána nach tripsan an arachtal hir i gantar na Iomlán.
Ráhíle sa dó a teachú a bh Pháirc a bhámín litir mór an sa gantar na Iomlán.
Chánig bhíon cumát a sein go chéadúir ráhíle sa dó agus an sin chuid steach a ríiste agus bhí sé ráhíle agus fichidó. Smud mór mé cheantara mar tugann sena muintir cheantar ar fáilte le chéile ó híomh bach lóistín ó híomh tarasóireacht ó agus chuann sin cheantar ar mápó. Ceapan bhfuil an Gaeilge tapíí go mór agus freisin ó híomh na cantar Gaeltachta a le déimníon an nuas nó bháil an déag an nuas sin aber tá le gach cantar Gaeltachta clúdaí faoin na cantar Craoladh teanga agus ar amálach sin tá dream a gobar choí cheantar tá chuir Gaeilge fan Keane agus tá cum bhór as Gael Páirteach an sin. Tá muidir ceann na cantar is láidir i roiimh na Gaeilge dé agus dúlan an club íoreacht a gcónaí. Ní omsa an Ghradaim is san an obair me go chumann pena é bhana an Ghradaim seo.
Ó chumann é bhana tá Ghradaim na Gaeilge buairte ag Pádraic ó Conghaile. Is fear aithne ar a géadmhúirteoir eile mar thar felladóir agus mar chréaltóir. Ach tá héal caite I gceith freisin mar ilúnóir, agus dína óga á bhuaine agus á chóteáige. As he says himself, the joys of seeing young people blossom through their involvement in sport is reward enough. Leach pelle ard vacha tá Gradaim an Uachtaráin á bhranna a nacht Jimmy Smyth.
I'm chair of Ulster Schools and Seamus Wood's secretary and a very hard-working committee of coordinators and a whole lot of other people who do a huge amount of work. I went away to some coal mines and that was where I developed an interest first of all and then a love for Gaelic games. I won the McCrory in '67 and then won the Hogan final, beat Gerard by the magic score of 1 point.
How you are, Jimmy? How's yourself in '77?
Those were the days, weren't they? '77 was a big one. Armagh hadn't won in Ulster since 1953, but in '77 there was a turnaround. There was a whole sea change in attitude and application, and we got to the Ulster final and won. We got to the All-Ireland final that year, as I say, for the first time since 1953. It was actually bigger for the county then than we actually realised. It's only now, and people talk about the effect that '77 had on the psyche of the Armagh supporter. The seed was sown for it in 1977. Well, I taught next door over in St Paul's from '71 to 2014. Ulster schools evolved from Ulster vocational schools. I was involved from Armagh vocational schools from back in '72, and then eventually found my way, as happens in these cases, onto the Ulster Vocational Schools Committee back in the early '90s. I was chairman there for about 10 years, and then they decided that they would amalgamate the vocational schools and the colleges to form Ulster Schools. The amalgamation has been an unqualified success. We have 123 schools, play 75 competitions. There's over 1,800 games every year, and we have a fantastic committee. It's very nice to be recognised. I would actually accept the award on behalf of all the people who have done so much for me over the years and they've made such an impression on me. One of the things that we would stress in Ulster schools is that you're a teacher first and a coach second. Teachers only do it for a smile on a child's face.
Ó chuman chlannail in ardhacha tá Ghradaim I dachas an Uachtaráin á bhronna anoch Jimmy Smyth. Tuige míad cecho táchtach is atá cumad lú glasgoil dóibh son a héin imirce, agus tá clubanna I ngach cúine den domhan inis. But our next recipient hasn't just helped his adopted club, the Viet Celts in Hanoi, to grow. He's brought the club into the local community to help young people through the Blue Dragon Children's Foundation. Ó Ghrimnach ó Thuachas ach inis a Hanoi, seo Daniel Burke.
Last time I was here, it was the Asian Youth Championships launch, so we had that last year in July, and it was great to see the Asian Youth Championships kind of recognised here in Europe. Before I even went there, I looked up all the clubs in Asia and saw the Viet Celts. And then, yeah, within a week of being there, I was already training with them, and like you just feel like you're fitting in already straight away. Being part of the Viet Celts is a great achievement. You know, like they're such a good club, and we've built it up so well. So it started like 2007, like when I was doing my leaving cert, you know, and then when I went over, like a good training session, like good attendance would have been maybe 16 to 20 people, and like a lot of people have come over since then, and we'd have up to 80 on a really good weekend for the adult sessions, and then like I was saying, the kids sessions. Last weekend we had 8 sessions on a weekend, and we had like over 150 kids playing, and we had Asia's first cool camp there as well. So like a busy old year for us, isn't it? You might get some kid who thinks they're coming down to join a soccer club, and then he's like, what is this all about? And you've got the ball in your hands, but then by the end of it, they always love it. Like, you get so much out of Vietnam, like live a very good life over there, so it's important to give back. Before I got there, the club was already involved with a charity called Blue Dragon Children's Foundation, and so I got involved with coaching the kids, Gaelic football with that, tried to build up our programme from there. So I actually left for a year, and then I came back, and the youth programme kind of faded off, and I decided like there was a lot of potential there, so I said let's get it going again, and we started off with just like 6 kids or whatever, and then now it's up, we'd have maybe 150 over the course of a week playing Gaelic football, and you just get so much out of it. I guess what we're most proud of with the Viet Celts is that we're a club for everybody, you know. We're very lucky, thanks to the Global Games Development Fund, that the pitches and equipment are free, and then we don't charge anything to the kids at all. So we've got kids from some of the poorest areas of Hanoi able to take part, together with kids from some of the most affluent schools, you know. So they're all there on the same pitch every Saturday, Sunday, playing together, and it's just great to see.
Fáirc detan listeach agus sé a chlód maidin in Jovan Sog a Hereford Flack Lia, Gradaim idirnáisiúnta an Uachtaráin buaite ag Daniel Burke. Gach bliain tugtar aitheantas de beidir an téanad is táchtaí atá taobh hir de éon chuman nó eagraíocht agus sin é an clán. Mhór, ahar, mac nó iníon, riarthóir, imreoir nó coachálaí, tá cuimhne speisialta idir an clán agus an club. And that bond of the GAA as a family-focused organisation is well represented here tonight ó Uachtaráin Clúin Bhearn I Gandhi na Gaillimhe, Clán Ward.
Where do I start? Adrian was maybe 4 when the girls, when Louise and Nicola came along. At this stage we've got an abundance of enjoyment from playing the football and matches, and we're never at home.
One of my classmates' fathers was over the under-12 team, so he asked to invite us up training, and just been involved since then all the way up through the age groups.
We started off in under 10 first and then kind of worked our way up through the ranks. So I'd say the guts of 20, 30 years now at this stage, yeah. So it's a big part of our lives.
I came back into coaching when Adrian was about 9 or 10. And then when the girls were about 7, 8, I started coming, bringing those to training then as well. And then I was asked to start giving a hand.
We've been playing for Galway probably since under 12. Then the next year, the under 12 was scrapped and it was only under 14. And we were only 12 at the time, but Mom rang the county manager asking could we go in because we were so young at the time. And then since that, we got kind of kept on.
I got involved because I ended up bringing them to matches, and I was involved at under 14, under 16 and minor county.
Our on the bhíon agus an son ina dheoig chuir ceannis fel na man na bliana fhéiceáil.
We had got new management in for the year. We got relegated in the league, so I think everybody thought that a championship final was going to be well outside of our radar as well. So even getting to the final and beating Cork in the semi-final was, you know, that was a massive win for us, and it's just unfortunate the way that the final panned out. Going back to our first All-Ireland that we would have won with the club, Dad was the manager, Adrian, our brother, was involved. He was doing stats as well that year, so he was part of the management.
It was really enjoyable. I suppose it's probably something personally that I have an interest in. Just on the other side, I was getting insight into the ladies and how they perform and the lengths they go to and the dedication of them. Was really interesting. Yeah, I would have learned a lot.
Agus síochar sé á sí Keane ver fáde eile agus Harris se trasnán Willie Ward is son écht pointe machacha ní mór an daine a thug seans chud.
I don't think making history was ever on our mind. It was always, what's the next challenge? Who are we playing the next day? What do we need to do to win that game?
Don Google blin asicéil anta champíní na Galva, champíní chonachta agus champíní ile éireann anta.
People think of the 5 in a row as probably we've only just, I suppose, been at that stage for the last 5 years, but it's probably been building since 2013, which is 12 years ago now.
We're no different to any other family around the country, I'd imagine. It's a lovely moment and a lovely recognition.
It's great to be recognised just for the work, and just for working itself, regardless of whether you have success or not. You know, to see people that actually do things well for years and years.
Shanna Tishmahori, Chrissy, August, Willie, Louise, August, Adrian and Kate, Lunella, Nicola Harlar, Gradam Cuinachon, Dermot Early of Runner and Uachtaráin Clown Ward, Ochondina Galavan. Nish, so Yomi the Pictori again second. Willie, I'll ask you just to take a step out to me here. Willie, congratulations. We could talk all night, but unfortunately we haven't much time. But I know there's a very special person who's part of the family unit who is not here, your daughter Nicola, looking in Dubai.
Yes, we want to say hello to Nicola, who is watching in Dubai. She got engaged this week, so it's, yeah. So she's missing for a good reason. Yeah. So hello to Nicola and Barry. Hello, Nicola and Barry. We look forward to seeing you back home again at the weekend.
And I hope she's training.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Mashiv, Gerard, and Skarmagat, Clown Ward, Ruidushla. Nish, Lannan Lechragail Derdeen Shahoing, La Clown Il Homasach O Chailchunig Nabranig, Shashkale, Grace Walsh.
My name is Shane. I'm the youngest in the family, and I have no All-Irelands.
Shane, the club.
Oh, sorry, I have one club All-Ireland.
I'm the second youngest in the family, and I have 12 All-Ireland medals. So 3 inter-county school, junior, senior, and sevens.
I'm Pháirc. I'm the middle child. I have 2 senior All-Irelands with Kilkenny. I've 1 club All-Ireland with Tullaroan. I have a minor All-Ireland with Kilkenny, and I have a schools All-Ireland.
Martin, I'm second oldest, 34. 3 All-Irelands, 1 under Trinoma with Kilkenny, 1 club All-Ireland Tullaroan, and I have Interfirms All-Ireland with Kilkenny teachers.
I'm Tommy, I'm the oldest, and I have 16 All-Irelands.
It's one thing I have over all the boys at home is that I've a school's county championship medal in both the boys and the girls. And I remember playing with the boys, and sometimes you'd have a guy coming over marking you and he'd be laughing his head off and he'd be looking to your man beside him saying, I'm marking a girl, like this'll be handy.
Se bigi ling mar sin deirdín se chuing a gcóir lechar gael. Okay, so sar of agamid sib. Amorach be midna is stadan fíorsigh den glutha mór amána idir Ghaileh agus Chrócaigh amauta a dó na straha. De downy cuasaí pelle a bheith amach roing le dúnagáil agus cirí a casa ar a chéile den géadúr of Chlutha Canis na Héireann an tamsa I méla Shani. In the year son, begin Calvan agus an bhí going around the dough, agus begin Chéadrar going a Ramona Limni, agus either Huerta Fertloriga, Bior an apnu Irvio Erin Delafish. Agus de Luan and bhí agus á clia, Kiri agus Fertloriga, sa tra I bel na man. Sin ile mar sin a chuinúis le cóghardachas libse go léir a bhain Gradaim an Uachtaráin amach an sa a nocht. Galanishif leis an dahaber choma. Well, Keane meet na sibh ag na cluichí an deire seachtaine seo idir seo agus sin ihuaith.